So here we are. We're running about a week ahead. So we're looking at the 12th of November. It's only the 5th today. So we've just had a look at this video here, which basically run through Navisworks Manage. There are two flavors of Navisworks. One is Navisworks Manage, which is a sort of a bigger, more fully fledged sort of big brother of Navisworks Freedom. Navisworks Freedom, as the name suggests, is free, whereas the other one you have to purchase. Freedom doesn't do all that much. We will explore that a little bit as well. And but it's basically what Navisworks is more of a let's just say it's more of a 3D viewing software, designed primarily for clash detections and for project timelines, basically. And recently they've brought in a quantification, which means you can actually, probably the only thing you create nowadays is quantities out of it, but the quantities are usually come from other software like Revit and ArchiCAD and Tekla and all that sort of stuff anyway, but it's a good way of extracting that information. It is a pretty complex procedure actually. We're not actually covering that bit, but it does do things like animations as well, as you saw through that video, fly-throughs and walkthroughs and all that sort of stuff, and you can check also for for gravity, for low spaces where people might hit their heads and that sort of stuff, so you can have a person actually walk through it or fly through it. So the basically the what was I saying there? Lost it. So Navisworks is only, as I was saying, it's just a platform for viewing. It don't really create anything. So what it does, clash detection is what it does best. What it does, it brings in everything from our different software. So yes, as we can see here, we can do a clash detection, I'm saying here, through Revit as well, that one there. But the problem is Revit will only detect stuff that you can open up in Revit. So if you've got if the whole project wasn't done in Revit, then it's pretty difficult to do a detection that way. Also, Navisworks has more tools about detecting, about tolerancing and all that sort of stuff. But just when we get to the detection, you'll see. I mean, it's not like here's the file, detect and find every clash, because everything will clash with everything, because buildings are connected. Therefore, the door will clash with the wall because it's in the wall, isn't it? So what you actually do is actually check a couple of things at a time. So let's check this steel columns with the air conditioning, and let's check something else with something else, and let's see what clashes. So you can have I think you have soft clashes and hard clashes, and the soft clashes are more like yes, it's sort of, it could clash, but if it's just a cable or something like that, or a small pipe, can usually be made to go around something, and it's not so much of a problem. So not every clash is the end of the world. All right, so yeah, we'll do one of those. Tekla, unfortunately, we had a few problems with it last time. This BIM site here is another program. This is a free program. It's quite a good program, but we had some problems with it. We can try it out if we get a chance, but there is an online training which is very good with it actually, and it's a free program that people that make Tekla have put out. So we can have a look at that as well. That's where you can download it. It's only a small little program really. It does everything. It does pretty much. It doesn't do quantification, which is the latest thing, and I think it does timeline from memory, but pretty much you can look through the model and all that. So what Navisworks is actually, and this is a freedom, I'll just bring it up while we're talking. What Navisworks does, it sort of allows you to look at the model and then just sort of basically find things like, for example, if you could use it for facilities management after the project's been finished. So you can, if it's been done properly, you can have, for example, the manual for the air conditioner in there, and who installed it, who can service it, and you can click on something, or say the glass breaks, you can click on that type of glass and see what it was, what specifications, and order the same size and same type. So you don't have to get someone to come out and have a look as such. It'll just come with the right piece. That's the ultimate, the theory behind it. So it's not quite used like that yet, but we're slowly getting there. And it's great for meetings. For example, back in the day when you'd have a team meeting or a project meeting, everyone come along with the consultants with their rolls of drawings and compare them and that sort of thing, and a table full of drawings. Now you just project this screen up with a project in it, which I may have one here to bring up, and you all sort of walk through and break this apart and have a look through it and talk about it and discuss it. All right, so this is the whole project of the Flinders Cancer Centre. So it's a local project that's been already built, and it's basically something that the CITB, Construction Industry Training Board, are using for their training. So we're allowed to use this as we deliver the training as well. And you've got that file for this thing here as well, which is in your folders. And this goes for the Autodesk 360 as well as here on the L drive. It is written a little bit wrongly on here as to where that folder is, which is down the next week, I think. Here it's in the assignment instructions, Navisworks Manage, for example. So the other one is actually in, I can't find the other one, but it's basically not under instructions. You have a look here. It's should have its own folder. It's not there. It's under Navisworks Freedom. That's where you find that file that I just opened up, as well as the actual instructions of how to use it, which is more than one page. Here we go. So it's coming up. So that first little bit on this sort of runs through the theory of BIM and all that sort of stuff, which we'll touch on in a minute as well, just to reinforce what's going on. So that's basically the. Look at the freedom here. So that's the file. Okay, so it is pretty limited, this particular program. So we might just look at it a bit later on. But this is just what it looks like. I thought I'd just show you. You can swing around and you can. Oops, I'm already inside the building. Or somehow zoomed in too much. All right, so but you can walk through it. All right, so that's in a nutshell. And the other thing is you have also this other one here called glue, and this glue here is actually the equivalent of something like Navisworks, but on the Autodesk 360 cloud. So the problem being on the cloud is that you can't really upload too much stuff because it takes a long time. But what happens with Navisworks now, in general, projects get uploaded or exchanged, let's just say once a week, and everyone checks for their clashes, and then after that they spend the rest of the week, the following week, trying to fix up the clashes. Basically, come Monday, say they put it together on the Friday or over the weekend, Monday they're going to look at those problems and resolve them, so we spend a few more days trying to do that. So what they came up with next is a glue thing, which is a subscription-based thing. So you then do more regular uploads. Say you're all working on, say if it's a hospital, say the theatres or something like that. You then upload those more regularly, even once or twice a day, for clashes and checking, so everyone can have a look at how the team is going with it. So those issues are found out a lot earlier in the design. So that's where they're heading now with that. All right, I'll just leave that there for a minute.